So let's talk about the samples that we're going to work with throughout the rest of this course. This is a very, very important little video. It's very short, probably only 3 minutes if I had to guess, but it's very important. We're going to talk about what the samples are built on, how you get them, and some other stuff. All right, so we're going to be using sample databases. These are not Scott Whigham sample databases. These are the actual SQL Server sample databases. I know that some of you guys are coming from course 160, the writing queries course 162, which was the reporting services course. And in those classes, we built our own database and we used that. Not so for this one. The I had to kind of sit down and figure out how to best do the design and the samples. And because there were so many pieces of the puzzle, which I'll explain here in a few minutes, it was just easier to go with the Microsoft supplied samples. So that's what we're doing. We're working with the AdventureWorks databases. We have a whole suite of databases for AdventureWorks. Each product has samples. By product, I mean the database engine, the integration services, reporting services, and analysis services. And then there are samples that show you how to integrate all of them. And so we're going to work with all of these samples. Okay? So AdventureWorks, if you have not already heard of AdventureWorks and played with them before, it's just one of Microsoft's sample companies. They are both a manufacturer of bicycle parts and bicycles, as well as a retail sales company. So they sell them. Okay? So now they're moving forward. That little text that you see down there is just marketing stuff that was included on one of their little things. It just kind of gives you an idea of where they are. There are four main parts to the AdventureWorks set: the sales and marketing, the products, the purchasing and vendors, and then their manufacturing that they do. Okay? And so AdventureWorks as a company in this little scenario used to only have a relational database. But through the years, they've evolved. They now have grown. They had a relational database. Now they actually have both a relational data warehouse and a multi-dimensional data warehouse. So we're going to have to talk about what the difference is between the two. They have very complex business rules when they load their data that have to be adhered to. Data quality is very important, so we're going to have to talk about how to do that. Now, the scenarios that we're going to talk about and use in this course through the AdventureWorks samples are how to use relational databases as a data source view in analysis services. Okay, some of you that might have been meaningless, but some of you it might mean something too. I will say that if what I just said was meaningless to you, then to stick around, it'll mean something to you later. Relational data warehouses, working with multi-dimensional databases, and dealing with SSIS, how to design ETL loading packages, error handling, that kind of stuff. Okay? So how we actually get these? Well, I've tried to make this easy. So you can actually go to step number 2, or option 2 is to get the samples from Microsoft. However, I am recording this course in the year 2010. I don't know when you're watching it. It could be 2013, 2014, and the samples that are on the Microsoft website at that point may be so different that it would render the course unusable for you. So for that reason, I have created and attached a zip file that has all of these databases and samples. Okay, so it's attached with this video. It's called course 165 samples.zip. Don't worry about installing it yet, because that's actually what we're going to do in an upcoming exercise in this chapter. We're going to go through and install those course samples on your machine. That way you can follow along doing the video exercises, okay? Or just kind of playing, right? So like I said, short video. I'll see you in the next video and we'll talk about operating systems and other stuff.